right, folks, we're going to get started. So feel free to come on in here. There's a lot of chairs over here. So please take a seat, and in 5 minutes, we'll get started. All right, and we'll have plenty of time to network later after the pitches as well. Come on in, come on in. There's a lot of space in the front here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, so there's some more space here for those that are standing. Feel free to come on, come to the front. All right, I think we have a decent crowd today, so is there anyone left behind? All right, awesome. How are y'all doing? It's a little, how are y'all doing? All right, so welcome all, and this is Austin Startup Meetup, and the first one for this year, and we are really delighted to host you all here today, and I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season and the new year as well, and we're gonna come on in. There's more space here. All right, so we're gonna go through a few quick intro items, and then we're going to go to the main event. And I'm Suman Poluri, your host tonight, in addition to Nabiha, and we'll get to the event in a second then. All right, so for those that are here for the first time, or is anyone here for the first time today? Rose, okay, awesome, thank you, welcome everyone. And I think there's also some familiar faces here, so welcome back as well. And for those that are new, I'll just give a quick intro about like what we're doing. So Austin Startup Meetup, we've been doing this for about 8.5 years now, or actually 9 years now. And throughout these 9 years, it's been my pleasure, hosting a lot of the people from the Austin Startup community, sharing what they're doing, what's working for them, what's not working for them, and also, finding their co-founders, finding their team members, and all the great people in the community. And that's basically what we want to do here, is to provide a platform for all the talent in Austin to come together and do that, with each other. And we all want to see great companies, coming out of Austin, and we want to make sure they have those firsthand experiences from the people in this community building the companies here, rather than going to Google and finding some, advice and then trying it out and then miserably failing. We want to cut down on that and promote those firsthand sharing of experiences, so everyone can learn from each other and build companies successfully. And with that said, we typically focus these days on pitch events, lightning pitch events like the one we are doing today. But if any one of you wants us to schedule other types of events also, we are always going to take your feedback and see what's possible. And we are a free event. We don't charge for anything. So if anyone wants to volunteer for any future events or wants to come and share your experiences with other people in a separate event from the monthly event that we do here, you're always welcome to. With that said, let me just go through a few more things. I mean, for anyone that wants to come and share what you're doing today, we have this pitch, a lightning pitch round, where you can come and talk about your, even for 2 minutes, or about your startup or your idea or app for 2 minutes, answer 3 questions from the audience, and then we cycle through everyone in the team. The goal is to promote that coming out of your comfort zone and sharing what you're doing, rather than just we all go through that, right? As founders, a lot of people go through that stage where they're really hesitant to share what they're doing. We want to get people out of that or past that stage of like the fear and come here and share what they're doing. And also there's lots of great people here, people with varied experiences and background. You can also get some great feedback from people, or maybe find some people that you may want to talk beyond this event. And so if you have something, we encourage you to come and share what you do. I mean, we started with some networking before the event, but at the end, there's more time for networking. So, there's I think an event tomorrow morning. So we want to get out of this room by 9 o'clock. So at 8:45, around 8:45, we'll have to wind down and then go out of this room. And when you go out of this room, please make sure you leave the seats or the chairs as they are. And if you have any drinks or anything like that, please make sure you take them back. All right, so, okay. This is not the water fountain. The water is there. This is for another room. And then for those that park in the garage in this building, there's a parking validation we can provide you. It cuts your charge down to $9 for the 3 hours you're here. So if you parked in the garage, just see us before you leave, and we'll get you a parking validation that you can use when you leave the garage. Bathrooms outside to your right past the elevators, and that's it. So, I mean, I'm Suman Pururi. I've been in the B2B SaaS business for a long time, and have built a previous company that was acquired, and right now building another B2B SaaS company in the automotive space, and have been also running this meetup for a long time. There's no selfish reason for us to do this meetup. I mean, it's more for us to come out and meet with the community and give this platform for people to also do this, because when I first started out, I found my first co-founder in my own event, and that's how I went to build my first startup with him, or first successful startup with him, and then it went on to the second startup after that. So we want to promote that kind of like serendipitous meets and serendipitous finding of people that you may not have met before you enter this room. So that's basically why we do this. And if you want to connect with me, that's my LinkedIn. The QR code takes you to my LinkedIn page, and then you can send me a message, and we can talk more after that. And I'll turn it over to Nabiha.
Hello, I'm Nabiha. I'm a UI UX designer and front-end software developer predominantly. I am actually born and raised in Austin, and I've worked at a handful of startups now. I've worked at a company that was acquired in 2024 for a two-sided marketplace for social media content creators and local small businesses. I've also worked at a medtech SaaS company for surgery scheduling, where it is now in their Series D, and they've had a merger as well, and a few others. I've worked at a few startups. I've even been a startup founder myself, where I helped women in Houston make friends through in-person, sort of like friends speed dating events. We had like about 400 people come out over the course of our 5 or so months or 4 months of revenue generation, and it was a good time. So I decided to pivot into what I do best, which is designing and developing websites for startups, and that's what I do. And I'll talk about that a little more later. founder, but I love startups. I'm obsessed with startups. So that's why I host this event, is to give founders an opportunity to share what they're working on and get feedback on it, right? That's super important. So that's a little bit about me. Thanks.
Thank you, Nabiha. And so all the resources that we gather every month, it may be deadlines for applications to various events, the accelerators, incubator applications, and any events that are coming up, either big events or small local meetups, or any Austin-related startup ecosystem updates and things like that. We put, all of that, including the slides and who presented in every event, on our blog post for every month. So you can always access the austinstartupmeetup.com. After the event, you'll find the link to the slides and the people that paged at the events and all those things as well. And that's the QR code that takes you directly to our austinstartupmeetup.com page for this event. And you can always go to the website directly and find the events as well. All right, a quick word about our sponsors. So Founder Dash is a platform that's making tools to get founders from A to B as quickly as possible, with a lot of tools to even validate your idea, build a comprehensive business report for your idea, and even your marketing items, as well as your product MVP specifications and all those things too. So if you want to know more about Founder Dash, go to founderdash.com. And Nabiha can speak about Bill Bonnet.
Okay, that happened a lot sooner than I thought. Really quickly, I'll talk about Build Bonnet. So Build Bonnet is my software design and development agency, currently an agency of one, but hopefully expanding soon because it's getting a little crazy. I can tell you guys a little bit about how I do free consultations. If you're interested in a UI UX design consultation, I would love to sit down with you and learn what you're trying to build, what you're designing, what you need help on. I would love to chat with you. I'm happy to. You can visit my website. I'll put my QR code up for one more the website QR code up for a second. But if you are interested, you should totally fill out the form on my website, where you can write, oh, Austin Startup Meetup, right? And then that way I'll know, hey, you came for my event, and then we can sit down. We can go for a walk and walk around Town Lake and talk about your idea. We can go, play some pickleball and talk about your idea afterwards, or we can sit down over like a Zoom call if you're kind of like that kind of pace too. That's fine. So yeah, here is my QR code. Feel free to scan it and fill it out if you'd like to get a free consultation. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll put it back up at the end as well. Okay, and I'll also go over Station Austin really fast. So Capital Factory is the building that you're in right now, but pretty soon they're going to be converting into Station Austin. I suppose Capital Factory is the investment side of Capital Factory, and then Station Austin is like the events, the community, the part that hosts Austin Tech Week. So they're doing a whole transition from Capital Factory to more Station Austin, so you'll start seeing that everywhere. But Station Austin is the building that you're in right now. They host a variety of events every single month. They also have a membership that you can sign up for and be able to work in the co-working space or have access to exclusive, more member-only events. And so you can sign up for the community by getting a membership. If you want to host an event like this, you are more than welcome to reach out and apply for that. And also they have a newsletter every single month, I believe. So you can also get what's going on, what's hot in Austin for startups on there.
And one additional thing we'll also do is a giveaway of one free license, 100% discount code for one free license for any product of JetBrains. For those that don't know about JetBrains, JetBrains is a very popular company that does, or a company that builds very popular products that developers use around the globe. If you heard about IntelliJ, that's used in the Java world, or if you heard about ReSharper in the C++ and C# world, and a lot of these PyCharm, a lot of the people are using PyCharm these days with Python and AI development. So any of these things, it's up to you what you want to choose. If you win this license, you will have a free license for 1 year. You can use it for any product that you want. And we'll bring this code up again in the middle of the event. So you can put your name in there and we'll do a giveaway based on that. All right, so again, some quick resources. All these resources, again, as I said, will be on the austinstartupmeetup.com on the blog post for today's event. I think we'll skip all these things. Again, we meet every first Monday every month, and then the same time, same room. And all right, we'll go to the pitches, but before we go to the pitches, I want to ask you all one small favor. A lot of the people that come here and share what they're doing, whether it's an app or product or service, they're potentially doing it for the first time, or they're an early stage entrepreneur trying to build their first startup. So please be aware of that, and then maybe if you like that app or product or service, make a note of it, sign up, or use that app or product or service yourselves. If you like it, that's great. Tell the founder how you felt and what you liked and what you didn't like. Don't go write a Google review. The founders are here, so be friendly, and then we're all a friendly crowd. We don't judge. We're here to support each other. So if you like those products, go back, share it with your personal, professional, and other networks as well, because the best two things that we can give any founder in the initial stages is feedback and word of mouth, marketing in a way. So if you like it, spread the word. If you don't like it, come and give some feedback to the founders. And that's how we want to encourage more people to come and share what they're doing. All right, with that said, I'll turn it over to Nabiha now. And
Okay, so this is the most exciting part of the whole evening. So if you signed up on the QR code at the very beginning, I'll put it up for one more second if you want to sign up to pitch today. How it's going to work is you're going to get 2 minutes to pitch. So once your time is up, I'm going to be standing back there, or Suman will be, and we're going to give you a little wave or a little wrap it up symbol, which means your 2 minutes are up. Like wrap up your sentence, wrap up your thought, and then you get 3 audience questions. So that way people can ask you like, okay, who's your target demographic? What's your go-to-market plan? Things like that, right? So I would say for the questions, if there's like a really, really, really specific question that maybe not everyone needs to hear, like it's so extremely specific, just wait until after during the networking to go approach that founder and ask that to them one-on-one, right? So without further ado, we will go ahead and get started. Okay. All right, so first up we have Isai. Okay.
Hey everyone, my name is Isai Mercado and I'm the founder of VFX. What VFX is to put it quite plainly, it's a mobile repair and maintenance platform for independent mobile mechanics to offer their services. The reason why I started it is because I'm a mechanic myself, and entering the industry right out the bat is extremely expensive. Assuming that you don't have any tools or anything like that and you want to get into an entry-level position and you have nothing, you're gonna spend about $5,000 if you go on the lower end of tools. And that's like all Harbor Freight. Don't even get me started on like Snap-on and things like that. So I guess this will be more of an update for me because I was here last month and I pitched, and I've had some pretty good progress since then. But I guess I'll go into how this works a little bit. So the way it works here is, well, it's really obvious. You can actually put your zip code in here and find any mobile mechanic that's available in the area. I'll skip through the noise here. So actually these are actually real people that are on there that are available to offer services right now. You can actually take, let's see, it said 7, but you could take that down to 6 because I'm on there, but that was mainly for testing, so it's 6 people in reality. But this is my favorite guy right here. He's legit. I had an actual conversation with him, and he did all this. I didn't create any of that. This is all him. Very proud of this dude. But what you would do is you would just get on this website, sign in to book, just like that. You would have to actually create an account to be able to talk with him. But let's see here. It shows all his hourly rates, and if you actually went into the account, I know it says hourly rate is $125, but he actually offers much cheaper services for things like oil changes and things like that. But all you would actually need to do is create an account and book with whoever you'd like to, and you would actually get a log for your specific vehicle. So, thank you guys. Oh yeah, 3. Go ahead. Any questions? Yes.
How did you get your first user there? Because he's clearly uploaded a profile picture and a very nice description and stuff. How did you acquire that user?
Facebook group, believe it or not. So I actually had a similar company back in the day that I lost because I spent 50 grand on a website that didn't even work, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, I mean, he sort of believed in me in my previous company, and then we kind of reconnected, and he believed in me again, so there he is. So all of these guys, it's monthly subscription. And the reason why it's like that is because any of my other competition, what they'll usually do is it's all commission based, and mechanics hate that. Because if I end up making, let's say, like $3,000 on a job, and you're gonna take 20% of that, that's pretty ridiculous. So that's why I do the monthly subscription. And it's all from a month all the way down to a year. And then I'm gonna add some other things like, it's sort of like credits for advertising. So any customer in the area, if you want to spend credits on advertising, you'd be able to send a message out to whatever customers in your local area. Yes.
How are you bringing users to your platform?
Right now, that's a good question because I'm struggling with that. It's actually much easier for me to bring on mechanics because I am one by trade. Customers, it's harder because what they want to see is this right here. And bringing these guys on is sort of difficult only because they're a much older demographic, and because of that, they actually don't need what I'm offering, if that makes sense. I would have to go into a little bit of how that works, but yeah, I hope that kind of answered it. That was 3, right?
I think what's your ask before you go?
My ask?
What are you looking for?
Oh, yeah, customers. So all these guys are ready to be booked and available if you guys need a service. They're all very flexible. That is their hourly rate, but they also offer like, you know, fixed services. So like $50 for an oil change or something like that, or, you know, whatever they feel they need to market as their price.
Okay, also, if your name is next up on the list, you don't have to wait for me to call you. You can just start walking up. Tyler, sound barrier. I like the name.
I don't know if I need this. Hello. Maybe I do. Oh, no.
Hey guys, I am founder of Mark Gonger. My company right now is building a device called Sound Barrier. Sound Barrier is a device that uses ultrasonic frequencies to alert animals of your presence out in the wild. So when you're hiking, fishing, hunting, or if you're just on the wild for some reason, just walking around, on my business. But what it does, it alerts animals of your presence, so you don't surprise them. Well, a little bit of information for you guys if you don't know, if you're not outdoorsman, maybe you don't think about this. When when you're outside hiking, walking around, those animals are out there. 75% of negative encounters with humans and animals happen from surprise encounter. This is unfortunate. You know, you're out there enjoying the outdoors, you're walking around, thinking about how beautiful it is, and there might be a bear about 30 feet away from you that you don't know, and you surprise that animal. Why is that important to me? Why do I want to stop this from happening? Last year in August, what was happened to me? I surprised a grizzly bear out in Alaska when I was hunting with my father. We were walking through some tall brush. I like to think I'm pretty experienced when it comes to people outdoors, so I've done my whole life. But it doesn't matter how experienced you are, you get got sometimes. And last year, well, I got pretty good by a grizzly bear. And since then, I've just been trying to find ways to mitigate these surprise encounters from happening. Something that you could wear out in the woods, prevent these type of situations from happening, therefore making you safer, and making also the animal safe. Unfortunately, what happened with me, I shot myself in the leg trying to get her off of me. I got mauled. I also ended up killing her when she was on top of me. Unfortunately, she had 3 cubs. So because of that, I prevented my life moving over. Her life ended. Also with animals, hard with something to do. I'm not 100% sure, but it's nature. So that's what I'm trying to prevent. Save animals, anything with down nature. Maybe y'all can enjoy it. Who's going to ask me what I want, right?
Is that the tooth from the bear on the head?
4 questions, okay? Law. Okay, law. It was a gift from one of the PJs.
Oh, another question. What do you want?
What do I want?
Oh, she is. Oh, okay.
So, what I want right now, I have the prototype being made, which is awesome. That was my ask last month, and someone helped me pay for this. It is quite expensive, but I ended up making the prototype now, so I'm making it one step further. Maybe everyone's taking a while. My next step right now is to get an audio engineer that is not just consuming music or anything like that, is capable of using piezo transducers, sonic frequencies. I got this on my hand here real quick. Acoustic impedance, and well, we can talk later. Once you start finding the audio engineers for me. Any more questions?
I have a question. So like, does the device itself like sense the animal close by and make the sound, or do you have to press a button to make the sound?
No. So the device is you're wearing it and it's continually making the sound. So with my experience out in the wild, I typically tell people when they're out with me to make noise every 20 paces or something. That way it alerts the animal that you're there. Now remember, I'm going to tell you this right now, the device is not the actual deterrent. You are the deterrent, okay? If the animal knows you are there, they will leave, okay? But when you surprise them, that's when you're having some unfortunate encounters. So the device is always continually going to be emitting the ultrasonic frequency out in front of you, so when you're walking towards the animal, it will alert the animal that you're there, kind of like we're having a conversation right here, and someone just puts their face up against the window, you're like, what was that? Okay, there's humans over there, right? So this is just making their awareness of your presence. When you're out in the wild, just walking around, you only reach about 20 feet. Just keep walking. Now trust me, if you walk up on a bear 20 feet, that bear is going to be on top of you like that. I know this person. This is exactly what I'm trying to prevent.
Is it going to be a single device for all animals or multiple devices?
So, wait, for just bears, was your question?
Yeah, like bears. You also mentioned like fish and like maybe
not
something
fish.
that's going to work on the water.
Okay, so, yeah, this device is not just for bears, okay? I'm obviously, my key, I'm from Alaska. Bears are pretty dangerous to be surprised out there in Alaska. I have my story with it. But it doesn't just stop with bears. It goes with wolves, cougars, mountain lions, you name it, anything that you're out there that you can scare, potentially, they can attack you, they can hear ultrasonic frequencies. Like I said, it's not just bears, it's 75% of these negative encounters. That happens with cougars and all these surprise encounters. When you surprise someone, Like your friend jumps out from behind you, are you the one who kind of goes like this, or do you want to punch him in the face? So that's the kind of primal reaction you get out of the animals when you surprise them, right? That's, again, we're trying to prevent this. So it's not just for bears. This has capability for animals all the way across the spectrum that can hear ultrasonic frequencies. Again, just my niche at the moment, and I don't want people getting all about bears. Well, just got thought.
Well, I was going to ask though, do you have the frequencies already like measured out?
Yeah. So I've tested with bears personally. I found a device that has an ultrasonic emitter, found out with the oscilloscope what frequency it's using, and I have tested multiple frequencies to see which one they can hear the most, and we can't, and it can increase furthest. So I've measured it down to what I want to use, and that's what I'm putting into my prototype. The reason why I need the audio engineers to make it perfect. Because I'm not going to put this out there to anyone making it have a false sense of security. I want to make this perfect so I can hand this to somebody like my kid, your friends, your sisters, or whatever, and say, hey, this can protect you. This will at least prevent any kind of surprise encounters from happening. So. Awesome, guys.
Okay,
Hi guys, I'm Sandeep. I've been in venture capital the last few years as an associate. Last year I presented at TEDx. You can search me up. It was selected to be staged on the global TED platform. The title was How to Be in the Top 10% of Startups That Succeed. And now I'm venturing into startups, so I hope I can make my startup a success, or else it's gonna be a disaster. So, how many of you guys are focused on marketing in this crowd right now? Okay, few. I see. Like, let's talk after my thing. I want to talk to you guys definitely. Before I even pitch, I wanted to quickly share an insight I discovered recently. How many of you guys know this guy, Shamat? Right? He's pretty popular. He's all around, from our president to Elon Musk. He's everywhere. He has started. He's gotten his reputation using a very unique method. I think is going to get popular over the years. Most people, when they start a venture, the way they build their audience and reputation is they create their own platform, right? They either hire a small marketing team, they try to build an audience, they spend a lot of time and money trying to figure out what works. Most of the times it ends up not being the best thing. They spend a lot of time and money. But Shamat has reinvented this. He's done something unique, I think. He's identified these platforms that have more audience than him, right? CNBC, 4.4 million followers. Everyone here over 5 million followers, right? He goes onto these platforms and presents his work there instead of trying to post on LinkedIn. I do this a lot. I post on LinkedIn, I get 3 likes, right? It's not very good. But when you post on people that already have a channel and they distribute a lot more than you, your message goes further, right? That's what this guy does. He goes to all these platforms that have a lot more audience than him, presents his work there. Of course, they have to invite him too, but his reach is in the thousands and it keeps growing. I'll skip this part. He gets like non-effort content too, right? Some fans just make his content that gives him more credibility. So what's the lesson of this? You want to rent your audience in the beginning before you build one, right? You don't want to spend time trying to figure out what your voice is before you have product market fit. So you got to figure out which distribution channels already have an audience similar to that of yours, so you can go rent them. And that's why I'm building feature this platform. If I can quickly bring it up. This platform finds distribution channels across the internet, newsletters, podcasts, subreddit channels, everything, Instagram influencers, so on and so forth. If they build a similar audience to that of your audience, it recommends them to you, it shows you their contact, and it sends them an email saying, hey, Sandeep is trying to build this, he wants to sponsor a post on your page, let's collaborate. So that's feature. If you have any questions, I'm happy to take them now. Right now, founder-led sales, I've onboarded 6 customers, 3K in revenue, 1 week. It's mostly, I'm the product, I'm the service, so it's going to be a subscription, right? I'll ask them to, I'll ask my customers for a monthly subscription fee, but for now, it's a personal service I'm offering.
How do you have, like, how do you ensure the context for these people? All that might be very popular and they don't have their email out there.
Yes, yeah, thank you AI, right? There's these tools out there that have gotten really good at scraping the internet. Like I said, we have a couple of customers. We don't get their contact all the time. Sometimes it just not for all of them. But for those kinds of people, we have a board. I wish I could log in and show you. We have a board, sort of like a CRM. You just have to manually go search and try to find those and put them on there too. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you find like CNBC to voice, connect with people who are doing?
How do we find what? Sorry.
CNBC.
CNBC?
Yeah.
Okay, that example is an extreme one, right? What we're targeting here is sort of the long tail marketing channels. So instead of people that followers, we're not going to recommend Mr. Beast, but we're going to recommend channels like this group here, right? This group is primarily targeted towards Austin founders. So when you search in Austin, the goal is to recommend those kinds of channels that are like smaller in size, but the buyer intent is going to be higher. Sorry. That was 3. We'll connect. My name is Sandeep Konduri again. You can find me on LinkedIn. I might have mutuals with a lot of you guys, so I'll talk to you soon.
Hello. Hello? Hi, my name is Justin Crisp, and I'm the founder of Warlock. And this is the very first, very early version of Warlock when vibe coding and all that earlier last year was a ton of fun, and we're just making games. This game took me about like a weekend to kind of put together with some of the older models. I didn't have Opus 4.5 back then. That would have been like just a day. But anyways, I came to discover I love working on games. And this game's like a chess, poker, card game, right? But I figured, so many of my friends who also want to make games, you could either jump in using Unreal Engine, Unity, Godot, but you're going in and you're using these now somewhat dated user interfaces where you're clicking and poking and trying to do all these things, and maybe you need to go download a document to try and understand how to use that engine to make your game. But instead you can make a game now by just saying, hey, I want a chess, poker, card game, just by talking to your chat, Cursor, Claude Code, whatever that might be. So what I'm working on is the V2 of Warlock, which is essentially a model context protocol server, which basically means it's this little server that talks to different models and helps you bring in one of the main things as a developer that I'm missing when I'm creating a game, assets, 3D assets. So the latest version of Warlock is essentially a model context protocol that lets you bring in 3D assets and vibe code your game with generated assets. And yeah, that's pretty much Warlock. I don't know if I have more time, but the game does work. You can like play chess, let's play a card, hopefully. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. Yes.
So is your startup a game, or is your startup a platform which create games?
Platform.
Okay.
Yeah. Ideally, you will just be in Cursor adding Warlock to add assets to your game. Cool. Any other questions?
Do you charge per asset, or is
So the plan is like a first 5 are free, and then a subscription to pay for the rest of the generations. The way the generations work, without getting into the weeds, is we'll do I currently have a nano banana set up, so you upload an image, it completes the image and turns it into a PNG. Then we use Trellis or Huanyan 2D to 3D to generate the model, and then you can upload that, and the context protocol lets you bring it into the game.
How do you guarantee like same assets are not generated for different teams? Do you guarantee this?
So like, are you saying like if I generate a banana and you generate a banana? I think we just have two bananas. All right, I don't have any ask. Just check out, you know what, just vibe code as many games as you want. Or just vibe code games, that's my ask.
Please. So hey everyone, some of you might remember me from last month. My name is Anthony Budd. I don't really work in tech anymore. I recently retired from the tech industry. I work at Central Texas Gun Works, so if anyone's interested in buying a new gun after this, come and talk to me. We're the biggest gun store in Central Texas. But today I'm going to be talking about my finance platform, which is called Posfera. So about 2 years ago, I created this platform which was designed so promptly OnlyFans creators could be able to get Bitcoin donations from their fans with a custom message so they can respond with private content, right? Currently, this is actually a huge market, millions of dollars a year, people requesting this kind of custom content, but again, it's with fiat currency, so obviously there comes with a huge amount of restrictions. A lot of countries outright ban this, and obviously then you're going to get taxed on that as well. And this is also something I've operated for about 2 years on and off. It's had a medium level of success. It's not been as successful as I wanted it to be. But what we have got is I have developed this very kind of complex infrastructure for handling those payments and then for then dispersing that out to people after you've been paid. So if you're like me, you're a developer, you probably build lots of projects in your free time too. And what I've developed for 2026 is made it so that you can actually made a payments platform so that with 2 lines of code, anyone can accept Bitcoin payments using any platform, whether you're using JavaScript, JS, Python, you name it. You can accept Bitcoin payments. The benefit that this brings is that there's a ton of additional functionality that I've included on the platform. There's things like webhooks when you receive payments. There's also email notifications, and a huge amount of other kind of like developer-focused features that a lot of the other platforms I don't think had, and the ones that they did have, they didn't do it very well. So my ask is that I'm actually not interested in, I'm not looking for investment or anything like that. What I'm looking to is to find other startups who are interested in accepting Bitcoin or perhaps considered working with cryptocurrency, and would like to help you with onboarding cryptocurrency and then obviously using the platform as well. So if you are a startup who's perhaps considered using Bitcoin, maybe worried about how you handle keys, governance, all that kind of stuff, I've helped over 30 other companies onboard and begin using Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for production. So do we have any questions?
Are you currently having to restrict access to certain countries or regions?
Absolutely not, no. The only restriction that we have is that US customers are required to do KYC, but if during the onboarding or use a VPN and you're outside the United States, we don't care about KYC. Only if you tell me that you're a US citizen, then we will ask for your identifiable information.
Just curious, so like, say like I got money from this thing,
Mm-hmm.
you would send it to a wallet, correct?
No, so what happens is that QR, imagine you want to pay this person here, right? You get displayed that QR code which says pay $50 to that Bitcoin address, right? That Bitcoin address is owned by my infrastructure, my private wallet, okay? And that's for security purposes for both parties. I can go into more detail about why I made that decision later, but the bottom line is that goes to a wallet owned by me, okay? Then with every 24 hours, you have a default payment address, and all the money you've earned in that 24 hours gets sent to your address. Now what that creates, that means that I can't scam you, right? So if you use this and you've got 50 grand in that account, every 24 hours it gets withdrawn. I can't exit scam you and take all your money. Does that make sense? Oh, sorry, no, continue.
So does that, like, since you keep it with your wallet, does that avoid, like, the transaction fee?
So there's a transfer fee for the customer to pay this actual app, And then there's obviously a second fee which gets incurred when I send that money to the final recipient. So the reason why, again, we have it where it's not just instantly going to you is otherwise you'd have a fee every time. This way you collect all the payments for 24 hours, then you get it withdrawn to your private account.
Yeah, so do you have to have Bitcoin to send Bitcoin, or could you send it like with your credit card?
No, so what I tell everyone, if you're new and you want to, there's a creator you want to send it to, just use Venmo, just click on the crypto app and you can buy Bitcoin. It takes 30 seconds. And then you just scan this QR code, it'll open up Venmo, and then you just hit pay, and it will send it to them. And that was it, my 3 questions. So if anyone wants to talk about it after, I'll be here to the end. Thank you.
Sky.
Thank you. My name is Sky, and we are building a new decentralized AI. So what Satoshi Nakamoto did in 2008 when he introduced Bitcoin was create the world's first decentralized market. So a market where you can transact, where you can actually supply the, in this case, compute power to mine Bitcoin to process transactions and get paid without ever dealing with any other human being, without ever having to deal with trust or a lack of trust. So it's a trustless system. So we're building a fully decentralized AI that keeps everybody's data fully sovereign and private using Web 5 principles. And we're deploying, basically building a whole ecosystem around that. The AI will supply to connect people both at the community level and at the commerce level. So right now we're raising a fund that we're going to be deploying capital at the end of Q1 for every company that's involved in some way in the decentralized AI stack that we're building. And right now we have about 35 or so portfolio companies lined up. And I'm interested if anybody is involved in AI or could have has some sort of valuable data to sell to our AI, to sell to through our marketplace. And later this month, January 22nd, we're going to Sundance in Park City, and we're inviting everybody that is, all the different portfolio companies we're planning on investing in, as well as our key investors and whatnot. So if that sounds interesting to you, or you have a desire to go to Park City for Sundance, then we can definitely talk. This is a little bit about the Nava network, and I'll just breeze through here to save us all a little bit of time. We have a bunch of different partners lined up for Sundance, so a little bit about what the Nava ecosystem will look like. You'll get to experience in Park City. There's going to be a bunch of different houses, different mansions, a lot of different events, future AI, Web3 related events, and obviously for film buffs out there, there's going to be a lot of that. We're going to have a longevity lounge. We're going to have a lot of different healing resources. We're going to have massage therapists on staff and a whole bunch of other stuff. Just more of that. You'll get to experience one of our portfolio companies that's handling our housing using group travel bubble. And if you go, you're going to get first access to Nava Fund 1. We're planning on having 3 funds. And it's going to be a full 11-day experience for those that want to join. And you can go for one weekend or another if you'd like. And then we have some upcoming experiences, but if anybody has any questions, then please ask away. Sure. We're launching a membership as part of the ecosystem starting in March. Well, these experiences right now are available to anybody that is either a portfolio company or a potential investor.
So you said at the beginning you talking about the ecosystem with AI.
Mm-hmm.
Could you perhaps elaborate a little more on this, like without the events part, or are they connected?
We're investing in a bunch of different companies that we're buying all their data and feeding it into an AI that powers them all and the whole ecosystem. So this event that we're doing in Park City is a chance for everybody that's part of that ecosystem to get connected, meet and greet, for the investors to meet the portfolio companies, et cetera.
Who's the AI? You partnered with Anthropic or someone? Who's the AI where you acquire all this data? Where does that go to? Is there a company for it?
We're building it. The company, if you've heard of Lab 484, is the partner company that's helping us with a lot of the technical infrastructure, but we're not limited to just them. Cool. All right, come talk to me if you're interested.
Connor.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Connor. I am the founder of Wisent, your life management platform. People struggle with putting their personal life in one place, leaving people super disorganized and overwhelmed. These are things like your shopping lists, changing your oil, like all these really small things you just don't know where to put. You usually put it in like your notes or some sort of thing or try to remember it. But we made it easier for you to put more things down and track your life. So these are all the things that we basically replace: calendars, events, goals, habits, right? 5 different apps you probably all use for various things all together. So this is what it looks like. Different UI format. So like the screenshot on the left, that's how you see your calendar events. In the middle is like how you'd view, like, I call them actions, very similar to tasks. Then notes and lists as well. So basically you can manage everything all from the AI chat in the actual app, so you can like type it out and just in plain text, like, hey, I have to go shopping at HEB at like 2 p.m. this Thursday, and the app should already know and just automatically categorize it for you. And you can talk into it, which is pretty cool. I'm just now like getting that integrated into it. It is so easy, your mom will use it. So some of the benefits: you can put more things down, save some time, do more, you can track everything. So basically you can see insights on like everything that you do. Again, like the smaller things you'd otherwise never like track, you should be able to track it right in the app. This is for like heads of household, people who just want to put more things down, stay organized, everyday people. So you have 2 packages, Basic and Pro. We're in our special beta program right now, so it's currently invite only. So basically you can get access to like some of the features and stuff, just still trying to roll out. And if you invite like 1 person, you get like special discount when we launch. And then if you invite a 2nd person, you get like at least Pro for 6 months. I'm playing around with the numbers there. So it's a team of 3. Me, I got a technical co-founder in Tampa, and then we have a head of AI and development. So if you guys want to try it out, you guys can scan the QR code and yeah, I'd like to get your feedback. So that's all I got. Any questions? Yes.
So is the data of your life going to be on your phone, or is it going to be in the cloud? And I ask because we live in a country where things like interstate travel for abortion is monitored, and people are looking for law enforcement information. If you want to enter the country or apply for a visa, you have to hand over your Instagram handles and whatnot. So what are we doing for privacy?
It's in the cloud. It's secure. I mean, we're using like Supabase for our backend and storing everything. So we're sort of trying to figure out like, well, keeping everything secure, most definitely something we've been really trying to be paying attention to. So like, you don't get hacked or anything, because that'd be pretty catastrophic if this were to get hacked in any sort of way. So there's a lot of valuable information. Exactly right. So one thing, actually, be very clear on that, is we are not planning on selling any sort of data and stuff, which is, I think, necessary for something like this. So, because obviously selling data and stuff is pretty, my bad, kind of dumb, depending how you go about it. So, Yes.
What's your model of choice for the AI?
That's a great question. So we're using a mix of, I believe, Gemini and ChatGPT Nano. I have someone who's working on that. Again, our third founder, he's figuring everything out. For a while, we were just using Gemini, but of course, like when you're trying to get things down, like the whole goal behind this is just get things down as fast as possible, and using one model for that just takes too long. So we're trying to figure out like some sort of hybrid where we can like route some of the information, like if you're going to ask put down periodic things, like have it already kind of cached into the actual chat itself, and just have things like more rapid. So it's a mix of some of the models. So yeah, what's up?
Who is your competitor and how your product is better than?
Great question. So there's currently a lot of people who are kind of playing around this concept with like the super app. I've heard it come up a couple times where it's just basically everything like together. I guess that's what this kind of is. I've never really thought of it that way. There's also quite a few people who are trying to build out, I would say like AI assistants, but you know, the thing I think about, it's like, I don't like the idea of having an assistant. You know, I don't want to put something down because, you know, most apps, in my opinion, are pretty hostile in the way that you like interact with it, right? Like either it's just too convoluted, right? It's not simple. The UI is kind of broken, right? So by just making this more of like a tool to use, I think of it as more of a neutral sort of thing, I think makes it it puts it in its own different category, which is why I kind of pitch it as a life management platform and not like an assistant. Because I think of an assistant, I think of someone who I want to like have a conversation with, which this isn't how it should really feel. I think it's a very broken way to kind of go about it. So, yeah, what's up?
And I guess, what type of audience are you targeting?
So right now, I'm honestly targeting towards women, moms specifically. I've gone to a lot of meetup events. At first, I was just thinking about like people who are just disorganized most of the time, like including myself. Because I came with the idea of they're just like, why can I not put anything down on my calendar? I'm like, why does it just suck to use like Outlook or Google, right? And I was just thinking to myself like, why don't I just create something that's a little bit better than that? Just like a better unified like kind of interface to just interact with. And I just like think about the problem a lot more. I'm like, oh, this involves like to-do list items, notes, lists, and that's kind of how I've gotten to the point now. But after kind of like building the initial kind of prototype in Figma, I went to a lot of new meetup events and like women resonated with it like the most. It seemed like, okay, I guess I found my target audience. It's pretty sweet. So, but I guess you could same could go for like ADHD people and things like that. So yeah. Any other questions? No? Nothing else? Yeah? That's it? All right, thank you.
Andrew, the whole bit news.
Hey everyone, my name is Drew, and I built the whole bit news over the last like 8-9 days, so it has been pretty fun. Vibe coding is great, and the internet is in here is not. So what I'm trying to do here is make a really centrist source for the news, and yeah, essentially what I'm doing is I poll every couple hours for what are trending events, and then I just do deep researches with OpenAI to get these articles. I then like for a subscription model, I'm just doing like one email a day at the start of the day where I'm trying to get you like a newsletter, something, because I have about 30 something people signed up now, and the first hurdle I've found is that the newsletter was too good and people weren't clicking on the site. Yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to get just less bias in the news, and I'm also going for kind of like a witty, like mix of like The Atlantic and The Morning Brew. The target audience is, I guess, just young people who are professionals, and yeah, I guess I really like it if you guys sign up for the newsletter. I don't have any plans of ever making it like any premium accounts. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't do a good job warming up everyone. Yeah, is there any questions? Would really, Do I have a little time? Yeah, so this is kind of what it looks like. You can see the sources that I pulled from. Here's your stories. I really like the tech and the business ones. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to read. Here's another story. What would the room think about, I'll get to you in a second. I'm thinking about pulling also from Reddit and Twitter and maybe having that be like the T at the bottom, I guess. That could be, I don't know what you guys are thinking. It's a blank room. Anyway, what's going on over here?
What model are you using for the AI? So I've used ChatGPT before, and it's had a more of a left-leaning view.
Yeah, so I've found that the biggest concern is the sourcing. So for one, I'm not able to just parse off of RSS feeds for CNN or New York Times, right? Because that is illegal. That's like doing a summarization of it, and you can get into copyright stuff. So the best thing I found is stick to central sources, and then it will almost act like a sale for the rest of the story. And I pretty much strictly use OpenAI, but Grok has the ability to search through Twitter. So if I enable that, that will just be the pipeline. It takes, I was spending about $10-15 every poll, and then I was able to cut out a big part of it and get close to where I was at. So the pipeline takes 10-15 minutes to run, and it's millions of tokens, because it's probably about 8 different agentic steps or so. I also so this is a really interesting problem I ran into. So I've looked at probably 1,000 of these things now. At one point, there was it was something going on in Israel, and there was a Jewish star on something, and then there was a hand raised, and there was strange, it looked like anti-Semitic, and so I had to, it's funny, but it's also terrible, right? And so I was like, okay, I can't, I have users on this thing, and so that was a big hurdle that I've already seen, and then I added a moderation step. I've thought about the Grok thing a little bit more, and so I've added a moderate, because that stuff can really get sloppy.
How do you select stories?
No, so the way I just look at trending topics, and then I have obviously there's a database here of all the stories, so I pull what's going on in the last 24, make sure there's not any overlap, and I run my poll every couple hours. Yeah.
All the images are generated, right?
Yeah, so there's some with, so I think I'm gonna slash the YouTubes up top, and I use YouTube Video API. You get 100 searches on that for free, but I'm gonna remove these up top, and maybe add a little row at the bottom. Yeah, and yeah, so that's the bit. Oh, wow, I didn't even mean to do it. If y'all would please sign up, though. I'm looking for users, and I've been walking around Austin just asking people to sign up, and it doesn't even 50-50 on that. So, yeah.
Next up, we have Hari.
Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Hari Kupuraj, and I'm a land developer, meaning I'm totally into real estate. I used to work on Salesforce architecture. For the past 4 years, I gave up my day job, and then I'm fully into land development in real estate. So what I've been doing right now is I'm developing around in 250 acres in Taylor and Elgin area, and I'm doing around 1,100 single-family lots. So there is a huge gap between the landowners and and the builders, national builders. So I'm bridging the gap between the two. So there is a lot of demand for finished lots, not just paper lots, but finished lots. So what I was thinking is, because of my IT background, I was thinking I can go for an due diligence application or due diligence platform that can help identify the land or the properties where we can do development. So that due diligence report, so many of my friends have been asking me for help with the due diligence for a particular property. So I thought we can automate this using the AI. I haven't done any of those work at all. So what I'm looking for is co-founders and partners and developers who can help me out in this process. So this is primarily each due diligence report we can easily sell it for more than 10K, 15K. So that's the model that I'm thinking about it. So if any of you are interested, I'm looking for co-founders and developers. So that's all. Any questions? Yeah, go.
So what do you mean by due diligence? Like, what specifically do you mean? Is it financial due diligence? Like, what is it?
So for a property, we need to do a lot of due diligence, meaning that whether property is able to, are we able to develop in that property, where is the sewer, where is the water, where is the electric lines, where are the, all the utilities, and also where are, there are a lot of public information from the city. Each city has its own information, so we can dig into those cities and public information, and then come up with a due diligence report that can help identify the potential properties that can be developed. Any questions?
So what kind of size land will the such a due diligence report be valid for? So is it any size, or like quarter acre to 1,000 acres?
Yeah, any size, as long as the property.
Who's paying 10,000 a pop?
So many of my, anyone who is looking to buy properties or who's looking to invest, right? So they will be ready to pay that price for the due diligence report.
So this product work for small-time home buyers all the way up to like institutional investors?
That's correct, yeah. So we can charge, there is nothing concrete pricing here. Based on the property we can charge, and based on the customers we can charge, yeah. So that's the whole idea. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. So how much would it cost elsewise if they got it done somewhere else instead of your company? Yeah, so how much would it cost elsewise if they got the due diligence report?
Oh, there are consultants who are charging huge amounts, like. Pardon?
So you're consulting essentially?
Yeah, primarily, yeah. So, but we are automating this process and making it faster, and yeah. Thank you.
Next up, we have Trevon. Trevon? Am I saying that correctly?
Good evening, everyone. How are y'all doing? I have more of a pitch today, and I wanted to start off by asking who uses apps like Rocket Money, Copilot, Empower, You Need a Budget. So all of these tools, what I have found is that you can bring in some of your accounts, mostly all of them allow you to bring in your regular bank accounts, but none of them aggregate all of finance. And when I say all of finance, I mean Web3 wallets, centralized cryptocurrency exchanges, your brokerages, and your traditional finance accounts. So the app that I am currently working on, and I really built it for myself, but I thought that there may be other people who want to use it. So I'm just kind of gauging the audience to see if you would be interested in this. So all of those different financial avenues that I just mentioned, I'm bringing into one application. But I am also integrating AI features so that you can go onto the application, ask, what am I spending all my money on? Where did the $500 go that I just put in my account? Or how much did I spend on a hotel room during this event or this time frame last year? So instead of simply going in and having to search for your transaction or search for your specific time frame, you can use the AI tool to get straight to the point. And that's for my business that I just founded. It's the name of the business is Intellify. So essentially taking applications that they're kind of left behind in the innovation world, and that's my goal. So I wanted to just start with that and kind of gauge the audience. Or we'll just show of hands, would anybody, if that was something, is that even a pain point for anybody in here? Okay, so a few people. So just to go over kind of what my asks are, right now I'm using AI tools. So between Cursor and Google Anti-Gravity, these are the two tools that I am using to develop the application myself. So what I am looking for is just at least one other developer who is really gun-ho and they don't have to be a senior developer, just someone who understands these tools and understands all of the benefits and the knowledge we just have at our disposal. And I'm also looking for a strategic mentorship. So I've started a business, but it was something simple. Well, I say simple. It was a Turo business. So buy a car, put it on Turo, buy a bunch more cars, put it on Turo, and then I make money. The avenue that I am looking to go into now is software as a service. So that's my main reason for being here, and then to connect with you all. And that's pretty much it. Any questions? Yes.
How far have you gotten through your development?
So right now, I have the traditional account set up. So pretty much most of what I want to do, Plaid offers the services for. So you log on, you connect, you log into the application, you connect your account through Plaid. Whatever accounts you can't connect through Plaid, that's what I'm working on right now, is actually developing a secure way for you to connect those APIs to the application. And I'm trying to make it as easy because I don't want to make it so technical so people that aren't developers, it'll be confusing to them. So that's what I'm working on now. And then after that, I'm working on a family feature. So for married couples or household families that they want to put the husband, the wife, and the children are all on one account, so you can see the unified finances across the family. That is what I started on, but that is a lot more difficult than how simple I thought it was going to be. So about 75% there. Any more questions? Yes.
Do you imagine that, let's say for a business, that this would take the place of a bookkeeper managing your business expenses and what they report, what they get labeled as, something that would take the place of that?
So funny thing is, when I brought this up to the maintenance worker at my apartment, that was the first thing that he said. I didn't even think of that, so I ended up just jotting it down for later, just to look at it later on. But for MVP, that's not what I'm targeting. I'm only targeting the individuals who just want to simply see their finances in one place and to use I'm planning on using Gemini's models or Google's Gemini for the AI. So that's where I'm starting, but that is something I plan on integrating later down the line. Any more? Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year, everyone. We are on day 5, and I hope you guys are killing it, right? So, as you know, like we can have all kinds of resolutions. We may have all kinds of goals, but it's so easy to go back to the old patterns that were there last year, and they are still driving us, right? So my name is Preetam Maluri. I'm a trainer with Innovative Systems, and I help high performers master their emotional resilience. We train emotional resilience by training the emotions, aligning the thought strategies, and rewiring the nervous system. And we have a training modality where you can use the app, and we have like an extensive training curriculum. And it is completely based upon emotional awareness and awareness of the thoughts. And how do you align those things? How do you break the patterns that are holding you? Or you can call it like the ghost in the machine. Like, how do you see the ghost in the machine and take it out? And wire the patterns that are going to create any outcome you want, right? The outcome could be for the founders and entrepreneurs, for example, like, hey, how do I scale my company from wherever I am to where I want to go? And oftentimes, the gap that needs to be bridged, yes, you have to put in a lot of work and build teams and whatnot, but it's also, a lot of it is emotional, right? Like, if I show up to my vision from the place of like doubt or uncertainty, I'm going to create certain results. And at the same time, like if you can wire your mind and your emotional self where you wake up tomorrow and you're confident, you're empowered, you're inspired, you are going to reach out to the right people. You will connect with the right people. Right people will show up because they're going to resonate with who you are choosing to be as that successful entrepreneur. And I support people both through one-on-one training, and we have a membership model with full access to the app, and we have weekly classes as well. And I have presented here before, and I appreciate the opportunity to present again. And my offer for the audience in the group is I'm willing to offer like a three-session complimentary course, which can be done over Zoom, and it's completely complimentary. And I'm giving 2 of those courses away. So anybody who wants to really dial in their emotional resilience and see like how they can realign their inner dynamics so that they can create any outcome they want. With that, I'll take any questions you have. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So how's the course operated? Is it like an app or is there?
So the course comes with 3 sessions, and each session has, well, the first one is like just seeing like, hey, what's actually driving me, right? Let's say like I have a vision for health and vitality, and when time comes for going to the gym or something, all I'm filled with is dread, right? So there's that emotional capacity has to be built. And you cannot build it if you don't even see what's there, right? So I help you walk you through just identifying like what's there and what's holding you back so that you can align with whatever you want to create. So each session has like a meditation practice, a brief teaching, and then we go through in an hour-long session on basically seeing like what is your unique patterns that you can break and create new patterns so that you can create anything you want. Any other questions? Thank you. Yeah.
So if somebody utilizes the 3 sessions, are they just downloading to the platform from there, or how do you have return customers?
Well, so the people, like I have somebody from here actually, a couple of people have participated over the last 8 or 9 years, 8 or 9 months, and their life completely transformed. They didn't even know like what it was going to do to them, but they were able to see like how they were holding themselves back from the life that they want to create, right? And you can actually literally create relationships, create success in your company, build companies, reinvent your health. All of that is an inner game. So that's what we help you master. Yeah, with that said, I have two offerings. So like if you would like to connect with me, you would like to take this journey, I'm happy to offer those. And after these 3 sessions, you don't have to. It's also a way to see like if this is the right fit, right? Like you have to like it, and if you are fully in it, then there's much more to train afterwards. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, next up we have Lorna.
Save the best for last.
Of course.
So who started all that technical stuff? So my name is Lorna, and can you tell me what do people do in the beginning of the year? Set resolutions? If you have any resolutions, would they be involved fitness or anything like that? My company is pretty much, in a word, Bumble for workout partners. Pretty much what my company does. It says better together. I'm sorry. So we're founding in Austin. We're launching here, but with a vision of this being anywhere. What we have is people that are struggling to stay with fitness, and they have a lack of accountability that leads you to drop off. I mean, if someone's gonna call you and say, we're meeting at 6 o'clock at this gym, and you better be there, you're gonna be there, right? A lot of people are really intimidated by going to a gym or going to a workout by themselves. I mean, there are lone wolves out there that don't care. What happened with me was I was military, and I'd moved to a different place, and then I didn't have anybody to work out with. You know, welcome to Austin. What do I do? So the accountability leads to drop off, and we match compatible workout partners to improve your consistency. And you think about it, those people are just like you. So you're gonna get somebody like you with the same needs. So what you're gonna do, we input the different variables, and we find people that are most compatible, that will fit. One of the things that I talk about is runners, walkers, cyclists. It could be for anything, you know, except for sex. I mean, just for workouts. We're going to be rolling out in Austin, and what I need for people to sign up so they can get matched. We have a new, in development right now is a new app, and it's awesome, and that's one of my asks is for you guys to sign up to be testers. We will be getting money through local partnerships. We're going to be having community events, and it's going to be scalable nationally initially. I'm asking for funding, $30,000 for working capital, which is marketing and research, and the platform development, which has already cost me quite a bit. Me, like I said, I'm a veteran-owned women business, and my personal experience, like I explained before, I used to run a lot of marathons, and you know, who has ever run a marathon before? All right, congratulations. So you can relate when you get your medal. You know, it's very satisfying, and you get other swag as well. And, you know, I wear my t-shirt, and people would say, oh, you ran the marathon in Alaska. Yes. And it's a lot of pride, and we match compatible partners in the community. Send your name and email to lorna@myworkoutpartners.com, and I can get you, if you scan the QR code, you can get to the website. So go ahead and put your phones out and scan, everybody. But that's pretty much it. I am looking for a co-founder because right now it's a one-woman show, and just touch bases with me, give me ideas. The biggest problem I'm finding is that people this is kind of a new idea, and there are people wondering how it's gonna work, if it's gonna work.
And you guys' input will really, really help. Thank you. Any questions? Who's ready to run a marathon? Well, you know, I like to say marathon because that's my experience, but cyclists, tennis, you know, whatever, everything goes. Yes. Go ahead.
Could you see like how this could be also be like shared with like one clubs or?
Oh yes, definitely. We're going to be partnered with gyms. You know, we're providing people for them, and they pay us. You know, and in different avenues like that. One of the things I do like to stress is like one of the reasons people would want to partner is like I used to run at night by myself, not safe. So safety is a big concern. And another thing I wanted to stress was community and families, because once you have a parent or whoever that is into fitness, they're more likely to be a good family, you know, and share the benefits. Okay. Another question? Yes.
I know that you said safety is a big concern, but how are you ensuring safety?
Well, usually it's a lot improved with more than one person. If you're a female running alone or doing whatever, you're more of a target than if there's another person there. Am I right? You're right. Okay. Any?
I guess the angle from what I'm understanding is that this is usually like a workout partner, so it sounded like a one-on-one.
No, it's not a one-off. What happens is, as far as that is a good point about income generation. What I'm offering is, the sign-up is free. I think it's like $1. And then you can do subscriptions. Because you might not just need that one partner. You can move, things will change. I'm offering a monthly subscription, 3 months, 6 months, a year, so that it's cheaper as you go. So you can get as many matches as possible. So my initial reaction was to start with $25 a match, you know, but you can all, like everybody in here, it's all free right now. You understand? So you can go on the website, check it out, give me feedback. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, I think we have time for 2 more pitches. Is anybody in the audience wanting to pitch that did not get to sign up? Yes, come on up.
Hi, everyone. I know you're probably getting tired, so I'm not going to be here long. But my name is Sterling Meyer, and I am the owner of Get Your Life Now, which is a revolutionary life coaching system. I might need a little assistant. Is there any way that you can, well, thank you.
Yeah.
So, and I can put it in there? All right. Bear with me 1 second, I'm gonna do this really quick. Thanks for your patience. Okay. Hopefully that worked. All right. So this is the actual product or service is called the AOM system. I created this system over 20 years ago. I have been sharing it with the public for 13 years. We've had 100% success rate with everyone that has used it, coupled, insured with the coaching as well. And even people have written books about this system and how it's changed their lives. So where I'm at today and what I'd like to do, I'm gonna back up for a second. Let me just tell you, the system itself breaks down to 4 parts. So the first part is about healing past traumas. We do that first, and then that happens in 1 session. After that session, then people are ready to actually create their future with no constraints or limitations whatsoever. So now they've created their future in every area of life. That's finances, work, career, jobs. You might have all of those. Family, relationships, health, home, travel, adventures, hobbies. The third and fourth part is where we talk about how you're going to lead yourself in your life. That's called the importance of being. But the fourth one, which is really interesting, is about how to stay on track. So now you're clear of the past, you know exactly what you want, you have no limitations and constraints. It is so important to stay on track every single day. So this part, my clients love this because this is so fun. They get to create the ideal day at the beginning of their day, review it at the end of the day, and see that they, on the first try, 85% success rate with creating the ideal day. This builds their confidence, this keeps them on track, and they know they're headed in the right direction. And within a week, they are 90, 100% on the days that they're creating. This is the averages that they're getting. So this also allows them to be able to see how they're creating their experiences, their outcomes in life. So that is basically the system. What I am looking for is somebody who is to co-find this service, product with me on a technical level. I want to expand and grow. So I'm looking for tech co-founders and also maybe even magically somebody who's great at marketing too. Maybe that's one person, maybe that's two people, but that's what I'm here for, and thank you so much. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Okay, one more person. Anybody?
It can be an idea, it can be a side project, it can be something that you just thought over when you're writing or doing. So that's fine too.
Anybody? Okay. Okay, well, last thing we're going to do is if you are looking for a job or if you're hiring and you haven't already talked about it on stage yet, feel free to come on up and talk about what you're looking for, what you're hiring for, if you're looking for a freelancer, contractor, full-time role, if you're looking for a co-founder for your idea and you haven't already talked about it, things like that. Does anybody want to come on stage and talk about themselves?
I'm looking for interns. Pretty much, this startup is not fully funded, and I need some interns, more tech than anything else, and help with marketing. This coming Austin Marathon is February 15th or 16th, and I have actually reserved a canopy, so I'll be starting my marketing there. Could use help with that as far as I know I can talk to some UT students or whatever, but anybody can come out and support. You know, it would look nice. That's about it. Any interns, because I don't have much money right now. Any volunteers? Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Everyone else has a job. Okay. Anybody else want to talk about what they're looking for? Wow, this is like the most employed room ever. Okay, well, if nobody else wants to come up, that's fine, but you are missing your opportunity to tell a room full of dozens of people what you want. Okay, come on up.
Hi there, my name is Timothy Vance. I just started a boutique M&A advisory firm in the past month, so I'm just getting launched. It's, as you may or may not know, with consulting, it's kind of hard to scale because the service is me. So I think really, but I am looking to scale. So I think the way to do that is to hire maybe a junior analyst. Ideally, what I'm looking for is someone who is a complete Excel beast, like a nerd who can really, I'm talking about going crazy on the Excel because I'm willing to do a revenue sharing option with that. So basically no cap on income, because because I'm incredibly slow at Excel. Like, my mind is good at connecting ideas and solving problems and thinking about, conceptually things. I'm very slow at building out financial models. I mean, I can do it. It just takes me time, which I think would be better spent building relationships and getting clients. So that's just I'm putting it out there. I don't think an hourly rate would be really good, but I'm thinking revenue sharing. So there's no cap. So it's like endless income. The more clients I can bring in, the more we can like wrap up these financial models, more money for everybody. So just putting that out there. Thank you. And the name of the company is Lilac Street Capital. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, I think that's it. All right, so thank you guys so much for coming. Just a reminder, our next event, the raffle giveaway. Yeah, so we're gonna do a raffle giveaway, which someone will do.
All right, I'll put a QR code on the screen for a little bit so people can, oops, not that one. Okay, those who are interested in winning a 1-year fully discounted personal subscription for any JetBrains product, you can scan the QR code, put your name and other details in, and then we will run the raffle. And while there are people putting in their details, a moment of truth, a show of hands, how many of you are planning to subscribe to or sign up to at least one product or app or service that has been presented here by many of the founders today? All right, come on, we need more people. Awesome. So yeah, please do sign up or use one of, or at least one product that you've seen here today, that you've heard about, from the presentations today. Even if it's not of use to you, just share that word with your friends, family, and professional circles so they can maybe find some use for it and spread the word as well. Because we want to support the founders, the people that are building things here, and we are all in Austin, helping each other, right? So awesome. Does anyone need more time to put their details in? All right, so let's go for the raffle. All right, so I don't know if this has sound, but we'll see.
Got a winner!
Sebastian. All right, congratulations, Sebastian. Awesome. So we'll email you a coupon tonight or tomorrow morning, and you're free to use it. I mean, if you're not a developer, no problem. You can share it with any friends that might be interested in using these products. Okay. Awesome. Congratulations again. All right. So with that said, let me just go one thing to the end. Again, like Nabiha was saying, if you didn't get a chance to pitch, or if you don't have anything ready yet to pitch and you just held off today, no worries. We will put you on the list for the next month. And of course, not December 1st. I mean, we are past December, for February, okay? And again, we want to encourage people to come and share your ideas and get the feedback. And if you have some feedback that you have not yet shared with the founders here, we'll have some networking, so do feel free to share that feedback with them, all right? And if you want to reach out to us, organizers at austinstartupmeetup.com, that's where we are. And you can find all these details that we have shared today on the austinstartupmeetup.com blog and more as well. So
yeah, thank you all for coming today, and hope you enjoyed the presentations and the people here. So, yeah, that's it. Oh, by the way, parking validation. For anyone that parked here, please see us for parking validation. Thank you all.
Beautiful, thank you.
None of them missed. One of them had made, the other six got missed.
Oh, I came from another meetup. You just saw there was another event. No, they just finished up at 8:30, which I'm assuming is the same here, but I saw a group of people said like yeah, impact. I guess it depends. It depends what you're looking for. Like I was there out of curiosity just to see what things were about. Some people were there just trying to find collaborators, get some tips.
Simon? Soman. Nice.
Like what was
Yes.
your role?
Oh, what do you do?
There's a lot of people pitching like what they were doing.
Woodwork.
Yeah. So was that six here?
You follow the path of Jesus Christ.
My brother actually was
Really? Okay.
What do you do?
I'm a web developer and an AI engineer. Yeah. What brings you here?
Needs to get worked on. I just want to see this because you can do lots of stories about like long stories. It's just like, all right, I'm really trying right now, but I'm like,
I get a shot.
so then what are you looking for at these meetups?
You should come to the Capital Factory. Like they have events almost every day. Yeah, yeah. Just check out the website. They have events going on, meet people. Yeah. Yeah. I have LinkedIn. Yeah. I don't. I've been wanting to get that. Do you have Instagram by any chance? Or you don't have one? Okay, here. I just deactivated my Insta like last yesterday. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh wait, I have digital business card. I don't know if you have this app. It's called Link. Yeah.
Yeah, there was yeah, so I do digital health and tech research and development, and I've worked. I was part of the team at one of the first digital therapeutics, a data privacy age.
Yeah, you did that.
That was pretty much like a video game that we got approved by FDA. And then I've worked with like different pharma, working on softwares, medical device, wearables, infrared tech, just different types of med tech. And so I just do consulting, contracting. So I'm just kind of out looking and seeing what opportunities are out there.
Depends on what it is.
360. Scoping things out.
Pretty much.
You're in the ground on like cool like new wearables or something like
Not yet. Not yet. There was one lady that very cool. I think he's working with it. Tammy. They're trying to build like a band that interacts with kids.
It's not mine, it's for the Blink app.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends. But that's the thing. That's also my role is like I help investors and companies go through this because I'm like I've dealt with like asking the minute details, but it's also yeah you can develop all this, but how are you going to execute it in the real world? And so my brain is always like okay, what about this?
Nice to see you too, Simon.
So nothing yet.
Kathy's here, by the way.
Oh, she is.
She's talking to Sky right now. But yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. And then, yeah, we were just talking about what he does and what he's looking for.
I'm sorry.
Maybe, I don't know if there's even the
Sorry?
right time.
Garrett. Nice to see you. What do you do?
Sales and things to do. I know even the leadership stuff. We're working on that. We're seeing that for about 4 years back.
Have you know about Dealmaker?
All those things. They're seeing their sales slow down a little bit and they're focusing more on service. They're now wanting us to build more services and features, which we started with sales.
They can help you